Hey everyone, it's Dave again. We're going to do two today because it's a beautiful Sunday and I want to tell you guys about VFSTool. VFSTool is an application and a library that I made up about a year ago, actually, so that we could start taking OpenMW mod lists and tooling to the real next level. And when I say bringing it to the next level, I'm talking about bringing our tools to other Bethesda games. And I figured the way that we would do this is to start attacking the most important feature that MO2 offers us. It's that virtual file system, right? OpenMWs has a lot of advantages, but it's buried very deeply into the engine. So I made VFSTool to make that functionality accessible to everyone. And today I'm going to show you how I use VFSTool to manage my Fallout 3 mod list and sort of my Oblivion mod list. I don't have a working Oblivion install, but I can show it to you for modding on Linux. This is one of the most important things to me, and the main reason that I made it. It is just a very frustrating and confusing experience to try to run Mod Organizer 2 on Linux. God love it. It's a great mod manager, but it ain't made for this platform, and they're not going to update it, so we have to pick up the slack. Anyway, what I want to show you first is my mod list folder. If you've done any kind of OpenMW modding seriously, you'll recognize this. I have the base game right here. Here's all of the ESM files. Here's all my mods. I got Butcher, Pete, Caliber, Clean Visual Objectives, FPS, Grenade, Hotkey. This is a pretty big mod list. It's modest. Gameplay focused, as always. And you'll see that we have an openmw.cfg in here, and I've already cracked that thing open. So you're going to see all of the fallback archives in here. This is important, and it works the exact same way as your OpenMW setup. We have data equals base game. Here's all of our asset-only mods, FOSE stuff. Yes, that does work using openmw.cfg. Loop menu, MTUI, unofficial patch, explosive entry, goodies, GNRX enhanced, existence radio, ConLRAD radio, Caliber, Excalibur, WMK, Impact, Eve. The whole thing's in here, right? We have a very diverse mod list in here, and I keep the plugin order listed in here just so that you can use my mod list as well, and so that I can keep track of it, right? So if you've seen an openmw.cfg before, like, this is going to happen really quickly. You just add mods in here and boom, we're done. Now, the other thing that you need to keep in mind is where your Fallout 3 install actually is, right? So I've got it over here in my home directory under Games, GOG, Fallout 3, Drive C, GOG Games, Fallout 3, Data. If you're a Morrowind modder, this is your data files folder. You haven't seen the specific one before, maybe, but this is data files that you know and love and hate as an OpenMW modder. So all we really have to do in order to use VFSTool is we're going to open the folder that the openmw.cfg is in. If you're on a Windows machine, go ahead and copy vfstool.exe in here. And let me explain to you how to do this. On any platform, this will work. So if you're on a Windows machine, if you're on a Linux desktop, if you're on a Mac desktop, this should be fine. All you need to do to open a terminal window is hold Shift, right-click in some of this empty space here. On Windows, it might say Open PowerShell window. It might say Open Terminal window. I can't tell you because I haven't used Windows in about 5 years. But it'll get you a damn terminal window, right? So we'll... Oh, of course it doesn't work very well. Hey, it's Linux. It's not perfect, okay? I make it work, but it's not always easy, right? So we're here working in the right folder right now. You can see here's all my mods. Here's my openmw.cfg. It's really easy, okay? I'm going to rename this just so I don't nuke my folder. But what we're going to do is VFSTool -c openmw.cfg collapse, and all we need to do, whoops, is copy the exact location of our data folder in here, okay? So VFSTool-C, this tells it to point to a specific configuration file. We happen to be in the same folder, so we don't need to do any complicated like /path to openmw.cfg stuff. It'll know we're in the same folder. Then we do collapse, which is going to smash everything down. This is the magic sauce. And then we give the location of our Fallout 3 install. Home, Section 8 Games, GOG, Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition, Drive C, GOG Games, Fallout 3 data. I don't really have a whole lot else to say about it. We're going to dump it. Uh-oh. All right, fine. All right, fine. It's been a little while since I've done this. You don't give it the name of the config file. You give it the folder. And I did that to try to make our lives easy, right? So that we don't have to, because I don't want to make you type a bunch of folder names and shit. So just to be clear, this is how you write the command. If you're working in the same folder as your openmw.cfg, it's going to be vfstool-c dot, because that's the folder we're in, collapse the location of your Fallout 3 install. Now I'm going to close this and show you, boom! Here's my mod list. It's all smashed in here exactly like MO2 would do it. You'll also notice that all of the file names are lowercase. All the folder names are lowercase because VFSTool handles path normalization for you in a way that only OpenMW or setting up case folding on your partition will do. And let me tell you, setting up case folding on your partitions sucks, and you'll probably screw it up. Your system's probably not prepped for you to do that in the first place, and it's just going to be complicated and inconvenient, and you don't really want to do that. It's just the only solution that you've been given so far. Now, the last thing I'm going to do, because VFSTool is only part of the solution, right? It smashes all our directories together like MO2. You might say, well, Dave, how do I actually enable my mods on Linux? What am I supposed to do about that? Well, that's really easy, actually. I'm going to bring up the Lutris setup. I'll try to get this damn thing. There we go. And we're going to click the little next to the wine bottle right here. We'll run an exe inside of the wine prefix. We're going to drill down into Drive C, GOG Games, Fallout 3, Mopey, and we're going to bring out our best friend rybash. Now, I'm not a big fan of old school bash, but Rye hasn't been around for about a decade or so, so the application itself is not so bad anymore. It's fine. And you can see here's all my plugins. Here's all my ESP files, and even here's my bash patch that is currently not enabled because I just sort of half made a whole new mod list. But yeah, this is the whole process of modding on Linux, thanks to VFSTool and rybash. Hopefully this made it a little bit easier and more accessible for you. Hopefully some of you Linux folks out there start using VFSTool to mod Fallout 3, Oblivion, Skyrim, anything like that, because that's why I made it. I want us all to have a better modding experience on Linux, and hopefully this video helped you to do that. Please let me know if you have any questions. I want to get this one out there. It's really important to me. Thanks, guys.